Welcome back to Nevermore, Yappers. In this episode, we break down Wednesday Season 2, Part 2, including Wednesday and Enid's Freaky Friday moment, Lady Gaga's cameo, Thing's unexpected origin story, and all of our predictions for Season 3. Grab your favorite rainbow coffee beverage, roasted rodent dinner, or anything in between, and buckle in. Our episode starts now.
Hello, fellow yappers. I'm Ruchi.
And I'm Shalini, and we're your hosts of Binge, Yap, Repeat.
We're two best friends who spend an embarrassing amount of time binge watching TV, and honestly, we just need to talk about it. If you're here, we're guessing you do too.
Fair warning, this is a spoiler-friendly zone. We will be discussing lots of spoilers. So, if you haven't watched the show yet, hit pause, go binge, and come back when you're ready to yap with us.
And now, it's yap time.
Welcome back, everyone, to Binge, Yap, Repeat. Yappers, I am here in the studio, and by studio, I mean on Poonim's bed.
Yay!
It's a very nice background we have behind
Yeah,
us.
we got some books, we got some wine. Just the essentials.
Wine, books, two missing akotars that are actually at my apartment right now. Today, we are here to talk about Wednesday, Season 2, Part 2. So, Part 2 starts with Wednesday in the hospital after Tyler the Hyde yeeted her out the window. She's alive, yay. And he's on the loose. We later find out his mom, Francoise, is also on the loose as a Hyde.
Yeah, after everyone escapes from, what's it called?
Willow Hill?
Willow Hill. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is where Part 2 starts. So, Poonim, what were your overall thoughts of the season as a whole?
Season as a whole, I really enjoyed. I was kind of more on the fence on Part 1 just because I didn't know where they were going with certain storylines, and I thought the pacing was a little bit whack. But Part 2, I really enjoyed. I think they tied up certain things nicely and then left the door open for a following season. And I like that we got to see a little bit more of Wednesday's character development this season, because she just seemed so like, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to listen to nobody for the entire first half of the season. So, yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, I really liked it too. I thought it was so fun to be back in the world, and I love how everyone in the show like really commits to their role.
Yeah.
And like there's nothing that takes me out, which I really appreciate. I'm just like so in it, and I agree. I thought the second half really picked up. I loved the episode where Wednesday and Enid switch places.
Oh my God, so fun.
So fun. And yeah, just really fun, really unique plot lines, and it always kept me guessing, and yeah, just really loved it. Okay, I guess maybe Ruchi asked this last time, but maybe I'll ask it in a different way. I was going to ask you who your favorite side character is, but actually maybe I'll ask, who do you wish we got more screen time with? Is there any character you wish we got more of?
Ooh, I actually really enjoyed the principal when she came back as the spirit guide.
Yeah, Principal Weems.
Principal Weems. In my head, she's Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah.
When Brienne of Tarth came back as Wednesday's spirit guide, I loved every scene that she was in because she was like, LOL, I told you so. LOL, figure it out.
Is Gwendolyn Christie? Is that her name?
I think so,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I also just wanted to see more of Enid inside of Wednesday's body. That was so good. Like, Jenny Ortega did such a good job being like a character within a character.
So good. Okay, yeah, I definitely want to spend time talking about that episode because that was so good. I was actually thinking, so I guess this is not really a character, but I really wanted more scenes of her intensely playing the cello because I love those scenes when it's like she's just like, yeah. And then they're showing like crazy things happening. So I wanted more of that. I was happy with the amount of thing we got
Yeah.
in part 2. Um, any other? I actually really liked the addition of Agnes to the friendship.
Yeah.
I think it took me a little bit of time for her to grow on me, which I guess was like
The
expected.
point.
Yeah, it was kind of the point.
Yeah.
But I like that there are 3 like unique personalities now in the friend group, and they all are kind of together now.
Yeah, they're
So
like more cohesive on one page
yeah,
versus like conflict with Wednesday Enid, but also Agnes Enid.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Agnes was so clutch in so
oh
many of the
yeah.
plots.
Yeah, turns out being invisible, wish I was a skill
Pretty
we could
freaking
put into
useful.
practice.
Actually, when Thing started getting sewed onto Isaac's hand again, there was just like a floating needle. I was like, is Agnes doing that? But then I forgot that Isaac could just like move
Could move
objects.
things. Like, Agnes, don't do that.
Like, Agnes, what are you
I do want to point out, listeners, that my hypothesis from our first episode was correct about a Thing origin story
doing?
when Slurp and Thing make eye contact as much of a hand can make eye contact at the end of the first part when they're escaping from Willow Hill. And I was like, that was kind of weird. Are we gonna get some sort of is Thing part of Slurp? And then wow.
Oh my gosh, you're so
Vindication?
perceptive. I totally did not pick up on that at all.
It was such a quick moment. It was like them in a hall, and there's like a pause, and then like the action picks up again. And I was like, did I make this up in my head? Yes, a little bit, but you know, it turned into something.
Crazy. Whoa. Okay, I loved that origin story. I actually did a little bit of research on like Thing in general because I didn't realize this whole thing came from a comic from the 1930s.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
just know the show.
Okay, yeah. So the original comics were written by Charles Addams, and his original comic showed a whole mysterious creature, but with only one hand visible. So that was the first iteration of Thing.
Oh, okay.
Then in 1964, the first TV series on the Addams Family was released, and in that there was a hand that came out of a box, and so that's all you saw of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then in the 90s, which is like I'm sure what we all remember, yeah, is that was like the first like free moving hand that we saw. And so yeah, so this and then now of course added to the lore is that this free hand came from Isaac, who is Wednesday's dad's childhood roommate. Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that interesting? I didn't realize that the Addams Family goes back to the 30s.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I didn't know
Yeah.
that either. I just knew the cartoon and then like the 90s version with what's her name? Christina
Richie?
Richie?
Yeah.
Ricky?
Christina Ricci. The girl that plays the teacher that got dead.
The Hyde Master in
Yes.
season 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She died such a violent death this season.
So violent.
Okay. What else? Oh yeah, okay. Do you want to talk about the episode where they switch bodies?
Oh my god. I had so much fun with that. Like, I love the concept of a Freaky Friday, and forgive me, I haven't seen the new Freaky Friday, but I fully intend to watch
You have
it.
not seen Freakier Friday?
I have not seen Freakier Friday, and I really want to.
It's a
So
good
when
one.
it comes on streaming, I will be watching it. But I think it was hilarious to switch up because they're just such polar opposite personalities. But also each of them just fucking with each other.
Yeah.
Like,
So funny. I loved
Like,
Enid in
Enid.
Wednesday's body breaking out, or like, yeah, every time she like wanted anything of color, she would just break out in terrible hives. And then when she was like, fuck it, we're going colorful, and then, like did all her makeup and stuff. When that episode started, I was like, what the
yeah,
fuck
I
am
was
I
just like,
watching?
am I on drugs? Is she on drugs?
But yeah, it was so good. And she comes out and like does her little K-pop dance and stuff. And yeah, Jenna Ortega was so convincing as Enid.
As Enid, yeah.
Emma Myers, who plays Enid, playing Wednesday in Enid's body was also so convincing as Wednesday.
She always had like her head down in this intense glare. I was just like, oh, okay, I see you.
It was so good. And like, I really feel like if I wasn't watching, it would have been hard to tell that it was those actresses playing the roles. Like, I would have thought it was the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jenna Ortega as Wednesday.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so good. Did you notice that as the day progressed, their hair started changing to be more like their actual
I
hair?
didn't catch that.
Yeah, it was like Wednesday's hair started getting like a little more disheveled, and like her bangs were all like swept all out of her face and like really messy.
Okay.
And then Enid's hair started getting straighter, and like they were like really straight bangs and like straight hair.
Oh, see, I noticed when Enid, who was actually Wednesday, was playing the cello, she had her hair in like two things, like Wednesday style, which also made me question. We know Jenny Ortega learned Jenna
Hand.
Jenna Ortega like spent 2 months learning the cello. Do you think
Enid
Enid's
did?
actually also learned the cello?
I don't know. Let me see.
Specifically for that scene would actually be hilarious. Like,
did Emma Myers learn cello? Yeah, not confirmed.
Hmm.
So, okay. So Gemini says, while Emma Myers' co-star Jenna Ortega learned the cello for her role as Wednesday, there's no evidence that Myers herself learned to play the instrument. So maybe they just like did some sneaky camera work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was great.
that
I
was a
loved
fantastic episode. I'm trying to see my notes. I just put dead at the Enid Wednesday swap, Blackpink, laughing emoji.
It was so funny.
I feel like I was cackling for like most of the episode.
It was excellent. And I kept trying to pay attention to Enid's, or I guess Emma Myers' eyes, because I don't know if you knew this from season 1, but Jenna Ortega never blinks in the show. Like, whenever she's on camera, she does not blink. So it's supposed to be like
Okay.
Wednesday is like really weird and doesn't
Yeah.
blink. And so I was like, is Emma Myers gonna blink when she's Wednesday? But I never caught her blinking. I never caught her.
You won't catch her slipping.
Yeah.
Nope, not our Queen Wednesday.
Wednesday don't blink. Were there any like lines from Wednesday, the character, any of Wednesday's lines that like really stood out to you in part 2?
I think I wrote something down. Oh, Wednesday specific lines?
I guess any very memorable lines.
I guess what made me actually cackle the most was the some of your parts like support meeting. Like, some of your parts, it is just like a body parts, and one is just straight up a leg.
The leg, the 2 eyeballs.
I burst out laughing. I was like, this show has the jokes. I swear to God.
So campy. And then when I think Agnes at one point is like, I just want to be seen or something. And the eyeballs are like,
I see you, sis. Now I want a leg and an eyeballs, or just
where are these dismembered body parts going after this meeting? What's their life? What's their story?
yeah. Can they also get drunk the way Thing can apparently get drunk?
Wait, we saw Thing get drunk?
In part 1, when Thing is like, I guess, going through a bit of a crisis when it's like the Addams family doesn't appreciate him. And so he's in his little house and like Enid's like Thing, I need your help. I need your help. And then she like looks in his little box and he's just like, it's a hand. And he's like somehow being drunk. She's like, how's that even possible? Anyways.
Oh. Oh, the Thing lore is so fun.
I love Thing lore.
Hand. I love Hand.
I love Hand. Hand is my favorite character.
Okay, question. I'm forgetting the music teacher's name, but that new teacher with the curly red hair.
I was very sus of her.
I'm very sus of her too. Okay, what do you think her deal is? Because I thought she had like a weird relationship with Enid, like a bit controlling, but they kind of showed that she was trying to take care of Enid.
Yeah.
So that was confusing. But then at the very end when she talked to Tyler, and she's like, we have a pack for you. I was like, why did she use that word? Like, what? Who is she and what's going on?
Maybe this is something that my brain did just to like fill in the gaps, but my assumption was that she was also a werewolf or like werewolf adjacent.
I think she is a werewolf. I think Tyler's
she-
like, I know you're a werewolf. And then she's like, yes.
Because I know that they set it up that she was like one of the few people to survive a hide attack, and then the reveal is that her father was a hide.
Mm.
But what I don't fully understand is like her motivations at the end. Like, why take Tyler, who's very clearly unstable, killed his first master, had issues with his
Yeah.
mom and crazy uncle? Like, where is that going? But I think, there seems to be continuity on the hide thing all the way from season 1, so I'm sure we'll see in season 3.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised that storyline persisted. I
Like,
thought
keep
it was like,
going.
that's been like shut down, tied up with a bow. We're
He's in
done
jail.
with Tyler. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, he's like such a big character in season 2. So it does feel
Yeah.
like it's going to continue.
Yeah. And I feel like maybe they're setting up some sort of like, I don't know, maybe not redemption, but like Wednesday's like, maybe they try to get back to whatever like romantic storyline they had from season 1. Cause like she didn't, murk him when she had the opportunity.
Yeah.
Which would have been the smart thing to do.
Right. So true. So true.
Not condoning murder unless it's a hide.
Yeah, and then when Brienne of Tarth, Principal Weems, is like, you have feelings for him, and she was like, I do not. And then he's like, and then she was like, hate is also a feeling. So they are definitely drawing attention to their romance between them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen. But do you think, okay, going back to the music teacher, also what's her name? Music teacher.
I feel like whenever shows introduce a new teacher, and this is probably because of the 7 Harry Potter books, my immediate reaction is like, don't trust them.
Yeah, new teachers, can't trust them.
Do not trust them. You don't
They
know
probably got
what they're up to.
evil wizard in the back of their head or some
yeah,
shit.
yeah. And it's like Lupin turned out to be great, but he's also a werewolf that we find out later.
True. She got big Lupin energy, except without the warmth.
Yeah.
Okay, Isadora Capri. Mrs. Capri, I guess.
Oh.
Played by Billie Piper. Okay. Okay, yeah. So she is an accomplished werewolf mentor and a talented musician that serves as head of music at Nevermore. I'm wondering if she's like building some sort of creature army or something.
Oh.
Because like, why would she recruit Tyler? And then she clearly wants to like kind of control Enid. I don't know if it's to help. Like, I don't know. They were just showing that like she's paying a lot of attention to Enid. Maybe that's just because they're both werewolves. But I was like, why? Like the last conversation she had with Tyler really got me thinking. Like, why? What is her deal?
Oh, I mean, she did tell Enid that if you are an alpha, you are by yourself, but you're also going to be hunted by other werewolves. So maybe she offers like an out for Enid, like be with us in a pack and, you will be protected. And so that's part of her little outcast army
Maybe.
agenda.
I could see that for sure.
She's out here playing 4D chess.
Yeah. Damn. Manipulating these 16-year-olds.
What a hobby.
Dude, I'm sad that, well, I hope it doesn't take another 3 years for season 3 to come out.
Yeah. I still, and Ruchi and I talked about this on our part 1. Why didn't this show come out closer to Halloween?
Yeah.
It's so perfect.
It's so perfect. I actually when did season 1 come out? I thought it was closer to Halloween.
That's what I thought too. I thought it was like maybe end of September, early October
Yeah.
of 2020.
Oh, weird. It came out November 23rd, 2022.
Oh.
So like deep into fall.
Thanksgiving vibes.
Dare I say basically Christmas?
Basically Christmas.
Well, that's interesting. But you know what? This week in San Francisco was like a colder week and it was very windy. And so watching Wednesday and just like experiencing like the gusty winds and fog and stuff. I was like, ooh, it's like it's spooky
Ooh.
season.
Before it gets hot.
Yeah,
San Francisco.
true. San Francisco about to go into a heat wave.
Yeah, we're having
probably.
our summer.
Oh, I guess I don't really have a question around this, but maybe we can just spend some time talking about the Principal Dort cult siren situation.
Oh, that like side story.
Yeah. So, what was Morning Song was
Yeah.
the name of the cult. I guess what was his goal with that?
I think the whole premise was to get rich. And
Okay.
I had assumed that the Morning Song cult had already accomplished that goal for him.
Mm.
But then he was using his position at Nevermore as a way to get even more money, ? And so he had the Siren Girl's mom as the siren to like help recruit outcasts.
Mm.
And then now it was going to be the daughter that was going to help him to like achieve
Oh.
his nefarious goals.
Okay.
Was my
Okay.
understanding. I don't think that storyline was like particularly necessary, or
Agreed.
like we didn't need to spend like so much time on it.
Like they gave us a really intricate backstory.
Yeah, pretty intricate, and it seems like they're kind of setting up maybe like the siren girl whose name I'm blanking on, and Ajax.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought so
Maybe
too.
something there.
What's her name? I'm like, Serena? I don't think
It
so.
could be
Bianca Barclay.
Okay, yeah. So maybe there's like a Bianca Ajax something, but I feel like both of them are just such side characters.
Mhm.
Like Ajax was only important because Enid and Ajax were a thing, you
Right.
know. Bianca was only really important because she was like facilitating, hopefully getting Grandmama's graveyard money for Nevermore, which
Right.
clearly wasn't the case. Which now makes me wonder if all of those alumni emails we get from our alma maters is supporting a cult.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Where's the money going though?
Stay suspicious, y'all. Stay suspicious.
Can't trust no
Trust
one.
no one.
Damn. I'll never pay Caltech. Just kidding. They'll never take my money.
You can't have it.
It's my money. Yeah, but they are such side characters, and they spent a lot of time on that whole plot. I
Yeah.
was just like, is this gonna matter? And then it didn't really.
Yeah, and I'm like, they took the time to show you Bianca's mother, and Bianca's mother had like maybe one line
Yeah,
in
did
this
she
whole
talk?
season.
Did she talk?
That was it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I mean, if we're gonna do it, like, do it properly. But if we're not gonna have her, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It felt a little bit extra.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved to see more of, like, the Rotwood stuff, like Lady Gaga
Right.
as Professor Rotwood, and some, like, Rotwood lore, you know?
That was fun.
That was fun. Or the flashbacks with Morticia and Gomez and Isaac and stuff.
Mm.
That could have been cool.
Yeah, I did really like seeing more of the family
Yeah.
this season.
Yeah.
That was really fun. And I thought they really cleverly weaved in Pugsley's storyline into the main plot. Like,
Yeah.
if he didn't feel so ostracized
Alone,
in
yeah.
school, he would have never resurrected Isaac, and then like Isaac never would have found, because it was very coincidental that like everybody got released from
Yeah.
Willow Hill at the same time that Isaac's on the loose,
Yeah.
and like he reunites with his sister and
Yeah.
his nephew. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming. Like, I figured as Slurp has more brains, he turns into a more sentient, like, human being, sure.
Mhm.
Where I thought they were going with this, like, missing woman and, like, the hired killer to, like, hunt down everyone who escaped, was I thought that was going to be Ophelia.
I did too.
Because they talked about her so much in part 1, so that when Morticia was like, Francoise? And
Yeah.
I was like, who?
Sorry, whom?
Like, I literally, like, wrote in my notes, I was like, who the fuck is Francoise?
I know. I also thought they were gonna be like, she was gonna say,
Ophelia's been here this whole time,
Yeah.
caged up and being experimented on. Oh no! And then it's just like, Frankie from high school showed up in my garden with her crazy son.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Okay, speaking of Ophelia, though, we did get a bit of Ophelia
Yes.
at the very, very end. So they've led us into what to expect in season 3, which is that it sounds like, okay, let me know if this was your interpretation. Like, Ophelia is writing a premonition or something about how Wednesday must die. Do you think she's the one that wants Wednesday to die, or is she just like channeling a message? Is she the messenger?
I feel like she's just the messenger. Because, I mean, it's like when Wednesday would get visions,
Mhm.
seeing like Enid die or like an Addams gravestone, it's not because she wants that to happen. It's just something that she's
So
seeing and that like
Ophelia.
directs her behavior. I think what's interesting though is the fact that obviously throughout the course of the season you see the conflicts between Grandmama, Morticia, and then like the bond that Wednesday has with her grandmother. Which bitch in business, by the way. When she said that death is recession proof, I was like, bars. Bars.
Spitting straight facts,
I
Grandmama.
was like, you know what? That's so true. What am I doing?
I gotta enter the death business.
She's so right, Queen.
So true.
What was I going with this? Oh yeah.
Yeah, the relationship.
So the grandmother had Ophelia locked up this whole time, and Morticia blames the grandmother for putting Ophelia somewhere and then Ophelia disappearing. So, like, what is the grandmother's?
Oh, is that what they're showing? That Grandma has her locked up
I
to
thought
this
so, because they
day?
showed the grandmother and she opened a door, and then that's when it said Wednesday must die.
Oh, where is she keeping her?
I don't know, but like Wednesday's vision when she's in the sidecar with Fester, she just sees Ophelia, but she doesn't see any of the surrounding of like where she is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe this is like getting into Morticia's family side lore a little bit deeper of like what is Graveyard Grandma up to?
Yeah. Graveyard Grandma.
You know? I can't remember her name.
I just know her as Grandmama.
Grandmama. In Anastasia, where they're like, oh, we're trying to find the missing princess, and so they have like auditions for who's gonna be Anastasia, and this like French woman gets up on stage and she's like, Grandmama, it's me, Anastasia. And we're just like, no.
That's so funny. I don't remember that specific scene.
For some reason that just stuck with me because it's just so like, Grandmama. And they're like, I don't think that's the missing princess.
This ain't our girl. This ain't our girl. So
Anyways.
funny. What were we talking about?
I don't remember.
Okay, we were talking about Grandmama.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm curious what will happen. I do like learning more about the family.
Yeah.
And I guess for season 3, I do want to learn more about it, but I don't want to lose the anchor of Nevermore Academy. And like, I definitely want it still to be about her in school.
Yeah.
So I feel like those are my favorite scenes of like her and Enid and like her and Agnes in the school and like school things happening, but it's like such a weird school. I really like that. So
Yeah, I have to imagine they'll bring it back because it's like, you know, Harry Potter style where it's just like the culmination of the season or the book is like right when the school year ends.
Yeah.
It's very convenient, and then we pick right back up at the beginning of the next year. So like, I have to imagine it'll be like that because
Yeah.
like, how else are you gonna get the rest of the cast of characters? Like, she's maybe gonna recruit some of her classmates to go help find Enid, or you know. I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
So,
Yeah. Okay. One thing that I noticed, I guess now, when season 1 came out, I had never seen Wicked before. Now that season 2 is here, I am now a Wicked fan. And I thought that their dorm room was set up so similarly to how Galinda and Elphaba's dorm room was set up. And like do you think Wednesday and Enid are based on Elphaba and Galinda at all?
I don't think so, because
Okay.
I think maybe there's some parallels, but Elphaba, polar opposites as roommates, just like one of my favorites in
Me
general,
too.
because I think it's absolutely hilarious. So I don't think that they're based.
Okay,
on that.
okay. So it's not,
I
it's
don't-
just like a familiar trope of like one like a yin and yang.
like
kind of.
one side of the room is decorated like all of this stuff, and the other side is the polar opposite. Versus Galinda took over like the whole room.
True. Very true.
Yeah, so I feel like in this instance, the character, the like more the less normal one is Wednesday,
Mm,
and then like Enid's very
True.
like
out there.
normal-ish. Yeah, as
Oh,
far
yeah,
as-
yeah. Okay.
Versus like Galinda was very like out there, and Elphaba was very like, I just want to learn magic. Why does it have to be like this?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Let's see. The Gomez backstory, where it's like, oh, the reason why he doesn't have outcast powers is because it was drained out of him.
Oh, yeah, by Isaac.
By Isaac. And I was like, oh, because I always just thought that Gomez was like, fantastic husband, fantastic father, just the most wholesome family guy.
Mhm.
But then you find out that it's like, okay, so he did have something.
Yeah.
And like, it makes sense that like Pugsley.
Mhm.
But I thought,
Pugsley and Fester, right? They all have the same.
is
Really?
Fester's?
I think his is also.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Oh, okay. I do love Fester.
Me too.
I hope we see more Fester in season 3.
Yeah, that's right. Because we got a lot in part 1, but
Yes.
barely any in part 2.
Barely any in part 2.
Just
Just
the very
like that
end.
very end. Yeah. And then let's see. I loved Lady Gaga being involved. I'm a huge Gaga stan. So I thoroughly enjoyed because it feels very on brand.
Very on brand. It reminded me of when she was in American Horror Story. Also.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how she got involved. I want to believe that it got back to her that the Wednesday dance performance from season 1 was using her music
I think
on like
so.
TikToks and stuff. And then she was like, ooh, like, what's going on? This is fun. And then she was like,
Yeah.
I want to be in this show.
I think so because it wasn't even one of her recent songs. It was an older song that I think maybe came out on whatever album came out around like 2010, 2011.
Oh, the one with like Poker Face album?
I think it was
with
after
Paparazzi?
that. The one that had like Monster on it. But yeah, I mean, it was an older song, so someone was probably like, hey, this song is blowing up for some reason, and then tied it back to the Wednesday dance and was like, oh shit, like this is my vibe.
Yeah.
Because she did also release the new song. Like
for the show. Yeah.
for the show. And I think it was released like maybe the morning of when the episodes were
Oh.
like the episodes came out. So I was like, okay, love Rotwood. Her vibe is still an enigma,
Yeah.
but I'm down with it.
Yeah.
I'm down with it.
Okay, speaking of dance, I do wish we got some more Wednesday dancing this season.
Oh yeah.
I loved her dance. I've seen that video of Wednesday's dance from season 1 like so many times because she's such a captivating dancer.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if I like read a lot of backstory about this dance, but apparently she like almost basically improvised it.
Yeah.
Because she was super unprepared, but she had committed to doing it. And then, yeah, she was like, okay, I'll just like learn some moves. And then she actually uses a lot of moves from, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting everything now. But the moves she's using are like very of the times of the song that she danced to, which I'm
Yeah.
forgetting what song that was.
Yeah, I feel like the parallel for this season was very much like Enid's dance,
Mhm.
which turned into Enid's and Agnes's dance, which I enjoyed. But it's like Wednesday Addams has such a unique style. But I also kind of wonder, would it have been fan service if they did have another?
Probably.
Because they would have to like do some gymnastics to make it make sense for the plot. You know what I
That
mean?
is very true. I did like that out of everything they gave us this season, nothing felt like it was pure fan service.
Yeah.
Like, there was a reason for everything,
Yeah.
which I love. And I
Yeah.
can't even say the same for Severance, which is one of my favorite shows.
Oh, really? What did you think was fan service?
I thought all of Mr. Milchick's dancing, that was fan service because they knew that everyone loved his dancing from season 1.
Oh.
And the whole, like, marching band thing. I thought that was kind of fan service.
I thought it made sense because it was like marking an important event, which was Mark finishing his file, which is what everyone at the company was waiting on. So it like had to be this big thing. It's like now that's the conflict, and so to like make this a huge affair because it was like what the climax of the last episode.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I don't know. I just think, like, when a season 1 is so good and blows up so hard, I think it's very hard not to write season 2 to what the fans really responded to, you know? And so I felt that Severance season 2 did that a little bit. Like, that's one example. I felt like some of the other, like, a lot of Dylan's humor was also written to what they knew that the fans like.
I think that was like true to the character though.
Okay, that's fair enough.
You know what I
That's fair
mean?
enough. I think I was like, this isn't hitting as hard as it did season 1, but maybe that's also just a me thing. I don't know. But
I just
anyway.
remember one line is like when they're back on the severed floor, and it's like, oh God, what is that actor's name? The older guy.
John Turturro?
Yeah, his character is like super shaken and stuff. And it's just like, you pour out there, bro?
That's really funny.
Lost it.
That was really funny.
Lost. I don't think the Severance writers are lazy.
No, definitely not lazy, but I think, like, Dan Erickson, is that his name? I think, like, you know, he wrote season 1 in such a vacuum and he didn't know what the fans were going to respond to, or like anyone was going to respond to anything.
Yeah.
And then in season 2 he had data on which to build season 2 off of.
Yeah.
And that, like, I thought that was visible.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
On the other hand, coming back to Wednesday.
Right.
Coming back to Wednesday, I really didn't see any of, like, the season 1, like, the stuff we saw on social media and stuff overplayed in season 2 at all in Wednesday. I thought, like, it could have been that Wednesday season 2 was also completely written in a vacuum, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I kind of see that. I think you did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Wednesday.
I did want to point out that similar to another teenage drama that we have been watching, some of these kids don't got any goddamn sense.
Are you
Agnes-
perhaps speaking of the Summer I Turned Pretty?
Perhaps, Shalini. No goddamn sense. None. Because why is Agnes in the trunk of a car, and instead of texting, which would be silent, she's calling?
Oh my god.
And like, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Bitch!
Why Wednesday, when she goes to the Tyler family house, sees a doghouse shifted back going into a, unknown secret bunker, goes down with just a taser?
Oh my god. I know.
No goddamn sense, Shalini. The kids are not all right.
All of these shows, I think the consistent theme in all of these shows is that none of the kids are talking to their parents for advice.
It's a basic lack of survival instinct.
Like, if I was in that situation, maybe the show is interesting because they can't rely on their parents for advice. But, like, I'm like, if I was there, my mom would be the first person I'd be talking to about all the shit happening in my life.
Maybe we're just fortunate in that way. Because
Yeah.
I guess the parent thing for Wednesday and Morticia is very much a plot point.
True.
Which I don't understand where this, like, distrust and disconnect really came from going into the season.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it was, like, Morticia just being like, you did not master your powers. And Wednesday being like, yes, the fuck I did. Bleeds out of her eyes.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Those drawings were freaky
Yeah.
in the notebook.
But, I guess that'll set us up nicely for season 3, which I'm very much looking forward to.
Me too. I hope we don't have to wait 3 more years. I'm sure part of the delay was because of the strike, the SAG
Probably.
drama. Yeah.
I could see that.
Hopefully that's the only reason we had to wait 3 whole
I
years.
know. How many years has it been since the last season of Stranger Things?
It has also been, I think, 3 years, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Season 5 comes out in parts, I think, starting in November. So
Oh.
I should probably do a rewatch because I don't remember anything.
Yeah, same.
This is
same.
what happens when there's so much time in between seasons, because I couldn't even remember how Principal Weems died.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I was
going
like,
into the season, I was like, oh yeah, she's dead. How did that happen?
Christina Ricky killed her.
But then I was like, I don't even remember how they got into, like, the same room. All I remember was the reveal that she was the Hyde's master.
Mm,
And that was it.
yeah, I don't remember.
Also, they kept saying that the male Hydes without a master, like, don't last long. And I'm like, clearly Tyler has lasted, like, an entire academic year.
True.
And, like, sure, his mother, but his mother wasn't really his master.
No. Just his mother. But then, yeah, I wonder why they said that the male ones don't survive without a master, but the female ones can survive
Yeah.
indefinitely. Interesting.
And, like, that's convenient for the mom that was locked away for years. but
Yeah,
sure,
seriously.
okay. Go off.
Convenient. And is Isaac also a Hyde?
I don't think Isaac was a Hyde.
Okay.
Isaac was a Da Vinci.
Oh, and what's a Da Vinci?
Da Vinci, aren't they the ones that, like, make shit?
Make shit. Okay.
Like, they're the, like, inventors,
Oh, okay.
tinkers. He made his heart, his little clockwork heart.
Mm.
And he
Okay.
made all the machines, and the Da Vincis were the ones setting up the giant pyre at the beginning of the season.
Oh, you know what? Every time they said Da Vinci, I was like, wonder what that means. I never figured it out.
I mean, I think maybe the Da Vincis do more than just that, but that's what they've shown on screen.
Okay.
Maybe Da Vincis are just like, oh, we can, like, move things with our minds, and we can just...
Yes, it must be that. It must be moving things.
Technologia. Anyways.
Okay, should we rate?
Yes.
All right, so 5 points for quality and 5 points for enjoyment. That's the scale.
And I will do it again because I did it for the first part. I'm reticent to give anything a full 5 out of 5. So I'm going to give a 4.5 and a 4.5 on each.
Okay.
Because I thoroughly enjoyed this show.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. I think the only thing is if they either pared down or actually fully fleshed out the side plot with the principal and the cult,
Mm-hmm.
sure, then maybe a perfect 10. But I really liked it. I'm really excited for the next season.
Yay, me too. Okay, it's tough because now, and like, I think back to other shows and how I've rated those, and I'm like, oh, but this show is so much better. So I do want to give it a 10 out of 10. You know what? I'm gonna give it a 10.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Is that too nice? I really can't think of anything to knock down on this show. Like, the writing was really good. The acting was so good. There was nothing that was, like, too campy. So, yappers, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm not a huge fantasy person. Actually, recently Poonim has been trying to get me into fantasy books, but it takes me a lot to really get into it, and I think my issue is that, like, a lot of times I just get, like, taken out by silly plot lines or things that I don't think are realistic or things that are, like, really contrived or extra. But, like, I cannot think of a single thing about the Wednesday world that feels that way. I think it's all so well thought out, and it's so fun to be in the world, and they've done such great world building, and it's such a unique space. So 5 out of 5 on quality, and, like, I just enjoyed the shit out of watching Wednesday be Wednesday and Enid be Enid and being a hand walking around, and yeah, I just loved it.
Yeah. I would agree. It was great. I was really looking forward to part 2, and then when it came out, I was so excited, and then I watched it and I loved it, and I was like, this is the sort of show that I would rewatch. Like, if I was trying to get into the Halloween spoopy mood, like, I would throw on an episode or 2.
Yeah,
you know?
totally. I would definitely rewatch. I agree.
So, yeah.
Nice. Binge in progress. What you binging, Poonim?
Well, I binged The Summer I Turned Pretty to catch up so that I could
Yappers.
understand the references on this podcast.
She binged hard. I think you watched like all 3 seasons in like
A weekend.
yeah. I was gonna say a half week, but yeah, it really was just a weekend.
Literally, Ruchi came over and was like, "Do you want to start watching this show?" And I was like, "Not really." And she was like, "Okay, 1 episode." And I was like, "Okay, all right, fine." And then we just ended up watching the whole first season.
It gets you fast.
It gets me fast. You know what? It also gets me angry because talk about children with not a lick of sense.
Yeah.
Lack of survival instincts. So messy.
Yeah.
They're so messy, and I hate all of them. Except Steven and Taylor.
Steven and Taylor.
They're fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm looking forward to the next episode.
Yeah. When it was like, the show! These characters, I hate them all! I must watch the next episode.
Yeah, so that one's it's a bit of a hate watch, but
Mhm.
like I have to know. Like I have to keep watching. They just make me so
Yeah.
angry. And what else are we? Michael and I have been watching the new show on Apple TV called Chief of War, and it's like the history of like Hawaii.
Oh, Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa, so he plays Kayana, who I think is like chief of war to King Kamehameha, and how he like unifies the islands, and it's like the threat of the colonizers and everything. So it's like really well done. Like if you're a fan
Oh.
of Gladiator and like that sort of vibe, like the storytelling is very good. A lot of the dialogue is in Hawaiian, which makes it feel a little bit more like real instead of everyone having a British accent. As they often do in historical dramas.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then let's see.
That's cool. So is it historical fiction, or is it like a historical retelling of history, you know?
I think it's like based on the real events and
Oh.
obviously some like creative liberties taken to keep the story
Okay.
going and like side characters that are probably made up.
Yeah.
But
But the main plot
but
is
the-
like actually
but
well
I think
happened.
the main plot is, as far as I know, listeners correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like meant to be true to history. Like, I think Jason Momoa was originally considered to play King Kamehameha, and he was like, I don't think I can do justice to this like major historical figure that's so important because he's Hawaiian. So they got someone else who plays him, who Jason Momoa plays a really good like chief of war to him, or I think is getting to that point. So
Cool.
I really been liking it. I
Very
feel like
nice.
I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
Even if some of it is just like, made up for television. I'm like, these islands are just always so beautiful.
It's so beautiful. Damn.
And like rich cultures and stuff, and it's colonialism, scourge on society.
Colonialism
Yeah,
gets us again.
gets us again.
All right, let me think what I'm binging. I am binge reading the Summer I Turned Pretty series.
She's in it.
Ruchi gifted me the 3-part series in a single book, and I've been binging the shit out of it, so I'm almost done with the first book. I just got it on Monday. Today it's Saturday. So yeah, almost done with the
Nice.
first book. I'm on track to finish all 3 before we record our final episode for season 3. So yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. Then other than that, I finished watching Love Life on Netflix, which if you haven't seen that, I highly recommend it.
Isn't that one?
So season 1 is Anna Kendrick, and it kind of goes through
Okay, yeah. Ruchi
like
was
her
telling me about
20s.
this one.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah, so good. And then season 2 is with, I don't remember his real name, but he plays Chidi in The Good Place.
Yeah.
It's him and Jessica Williams,
Okay.
who I also love. And it's kind of their story, like through over multiple years, like finally coming to
Yeah.
their forever story.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that show is so good.
Okay, maybe I'll check it out.
Written very well.
Can I add another binge in progress?
Ooh, yes.
Okay. I know I'm really late to the party, but I started watching the AMC adaptation of Interview with a Vampire. Because I was like, coming off of Wednesday, I was just like, yeah, let's get some like spoopy shit, and everyone loves a New Orleans vibe. And so I started watching it, and I feel like it's for fans of like True Blood, where it's like a little gory, but it's also really good. And so I binged pretty much the entire first season. And then I think the second season comes to Netflix in a few weeks. But yeah, I never watched the original one, but I've heard that the show and the movie are very different. So to like watch the show first. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fun. What else have I been watching? Yeah, I think that's basically it. I did watch Freaky or Friday. So highly recommend, Yappers. If you haven't seen that, go see
Relevant.
it. Relevant. Fweaky Fwiday.
Fweaky Fwiday.
Wacky Wednesday. Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Well, Poonim, thanks for yapping.
Yeah.
It's been so fun. Thank you for being our anchor through the Wednesday series.
Love it. Always happy to be of service.
Thanks for yapping with us. If you loved this episode, have some hot takes we missed, or if you've got a show you're dying for us to binge next, follow us on socials. We're at Binge Yap Repeat.
Until next time, happy binging!